What's up, YouTube? It's good to see you again. I hope you guys are doing well. So, in today we've got a good one. I had to bring you this. This is basically when Nikki Haley's son says something that no immigrant is willing to say, and Tucker's Carlson's face is shocking. I think you guys are going to like this. This is definitely a good one. So, let's hop in.
You're not describing the priorities of the modern Republican Party at all here.
No, but hopefully one day it will be.
I want to show you this video of Nayland Haley. This is Nikki Haley's son. I've met him a couple times over the years. Seems like a kind of bright young guy. I'm guessing that you guys maybe have crossed paths with him. He was on Tucker Carlson talking about sort of what young conservatives want right now.
Growing up here is a big part of understanding the country.
I'll tell you what young conservatives want. They want a girlfriend, they want a wife, they want someone not to cheat on them. They want to make enough money to be able to afford a 401k and maybe a goat cart. They want to have, they want to have a family that doesn't drain their bank account. They want to be able to feed themselves and their family. They don't want to feel like they have to budget to the points where they can't even afford basic necessities like I have to do. They want to know that their jobs are producing real results. So when they go to work at a job, they want to make sure that in 5 years they're moving up that ladder, and then eventually they're controlling the company. Eventually they're managing the company. They don't want to be stuck in a dead-end job. They don't want to pay a ton of taxes. They don't want transgender for anything. They don't want DEI for anything. They want it to be fair. They want it to be capitalistic, and they want to win. They want to put in the time and win. That's what young conservatives want.
We need to stop and limit the amount of foreign. We need to stop and limit the amount of foreign students that are coming into our universities.
I agree.
Some of them are spies, by the way, for foreign governments. But it's also just we should put our kids first.
Yes.
And we should also not allow dual citizenship because that's the
That's
stupidest
ridiculous.
idea.
Yeah,
You're
that's
either
ridiculous.
American or you're not. And everyone wants to make it so complicated. That's the thing that I don't like about the past generation is they're
That's
always
right.
about the rules, the process, and regulation. No, it's really simple. You're just America first. People should have their loyalty to America first.
Amen.
And if they can't do that, then this ain't the country for you.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
totally right. What about serving in a foreign
Yeah.
military?
Oh gosh, no, forget about it.
Heck
Can't do
no.
that.
Of course not, right?
It's ridiculous.
I mean, that's so stupid. You have your allegiance to what? Spain and your allegiance to America? Which one's going to win? I guess it depends on where you woke up this morning. I mean, that's ridiculous. And the thing is with like importing all these students from all over the world, why is it they're replacing Americans? I mean, I know they're smart, but like, aren't Americans smart too? I mean, a lot of what he's saying is dead on. This is like some Nick Fuentes level of common sense.
You're not describing the priorities of the modern Republican Party at all here.
No,
That's
but
crazy.
hopefully one day it will be.
So, CJ, what do
Yeah.
you make of this? I mean, there's obviously a lot of talk right now on what's happening, particularly with young men on the right, Tucker and the Fuentes thing, and there's obviously just a lot going on in that
What'd I just
ecosystem
say?
right now. I'm completely with him on the foreign students thing. The dual citizenship thing, I'm not totally sure about that because, if you were a perfectly
What?
decent person who grew up in Canada and you want to become an American, do you have to renounce your Canadian citizenship just because you move here? I mean, I don't.
I think there's more than meets the eye with that because when he's talking dual citizenship, he's talking primarily, and I think this is read between the lines kind of thing. I think he's talking primarily about holding positions of power, so mayor, government, Congress, holding a government position, being somewhat in the Senate, doing anything legal for the U.S., serving in the military. If you're a dual citizen, you don't need to be serving in the military, period, for no reason at all. That just does not make sense. A house divided against itself will crumble. Uh, you know, I think this is a read between the lines moment. And I hear what he's saying, but I don't think he read between the lines.
There's something that seems a little too that could be talked through a little bit more. But what do you think?
I would say definitely for elected officials, there's no reason you should be a dual citizen of
Yeah,
any
that's
other
exactly.
country. Your priority should
All right. I think that would
Yeah.
be a fair distinction.
would be America. As far as everyday citizens. I think like you said, I think that there's a robust discussion to be had about that issue. I think right now, young men are definitely, disillusioned, and I think that
It's a
it's in
nice
large part
Christmas
because of
tree.
the fact that we have had
Look how nice that view is. Oh my goodness. Got the TV, got the couch, got the Christmas tree, beautiful pier back there. Well, that's not a pier, that's a building. It looks like a pier. Yeah, that's just he's up tall in a high building. That's a beautiful scene. I wonder how much he's paying for that a month. What do you guys think? 3K? 4K? It definitely ain't 2K.
this. I think we've been in so much foreign turmoil as of late, and I think there is an affordability crisis in America. There are a lot of people who've gone to college, they've done all the
Thanks,
things that
Obama.
that they've checked all the boxes, but yet they're struggling to find a job, or they're struggling to afford, to live here in the country. And we've seen, of course, the prioritization of things like H1B visas and all of that stuff, which has made a lot of people very, very angsty in terms of that. So I get where he's coming from, and I think that it's a discussion that's definitely being had a lot among young conservatives. Remains to be seen whether or not that'll be adopted by the broader Republican Party, but it's
Yeah, I mean, we can pretty much cut him off there. It's the end of the video, but you guys get what he's trying to say. No dual citizenship. I mean, duh. The military serving positions of leadership in America. There doesn't need to be any dividing. We're giving best jobs away to foreigners. We're not doing America first. It's creating turmoil. They're taking our jobs. They're taking our money. They're working cheaper. We're importing these people from all these places: India, the Middle East, Asia, Guatemala, all this kind of stuff. And then Americans are sitting here scratching their head like, hey, I put in the time. I've got my doctorate, but why can't I find work? I'm a highly skilled individual. I'm plenty smart. I can do the job anyone can do. It's not hard. I can't find work. And it's an unfortunate reality that we live in right now where you can pay your dues, you can work your butt off, and you can still get screwed. Which that makes you hate America. I mean, honestly, genuinely, it makes you hate America. And I don't blame people. So I believe what he's saying is true. America first. Duh, No dual citizenship for elected positions or military, period. Duh. And Tucker brings up a good point. Those aren't conservative values right now. And maybe, that's something we need to take a look at because I don't claim myself to be a conservative or a Democrat or a liberal. I'm kind of like my views are all over the place. And like I said, you don't have to like it, but I am a Christian, and as such, my faith dictates my political views because I'm not under the law of the land. I'm under the law of God, and God has specific ways at looking at a lot of these issues that, believe it or not, land in both territories, but neither in one or the other. So it's an interesting thing, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel for more, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.